Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I am not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. Happy 4th of July in America. Right now, when you're getting, it'll be the 6th.
It'll be the 6th, yeah.
Happily past Canada Day / Indigenous. Were we supposed to cancel it? I don't understand.
It was supposed to be
canceled. My fireworks got bust off.
Oh, they had a nice fireworks show outside.
I thought they were canceling Canada Day for the fireworks, though. No.
Well, the large one that always happens downtown. They canceled that one.
But other ones, they're okay. So the indigenous
I seen people busting off their fireworks.
Oh, okay.
So
so no one give a fuck about the indigenous people.
To each their own.
Okay.
No, there was some that didn't in solidarity, but I mean to each their own, right?
Oh, okay.
It's just one of those things. I did see a lot of orange squares come out.
Well, on Canada Day?
Yes. I seen a lot of orange squares come out.
Okay.
And today, I think I seen one orange square still remaining. I think that was a profile picture, though. It might have been a profile picture, though.
If I forgot
I don't know
if
anybody still has the orange square somewhere sitting down, lurking in their profiles. But you know how they be, Marvin. This, that, and the third. Not making light of the situation, but we know, right? So again, we're gonna say our prayers and condolences to the families, and when we speak about it from the heart. Not saying that nobody else isn't, but again, you're gonna have a lot of people who are just moving with the crowd, and it's sad because it shouldn't be like that.
But see, and this is my thing. This is how it is across the board.
Yeah.
I feel that this should have been shut down to acknowledge. And I seen you set a post and stuff about this happens everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
But we're not focused on everywhere. We're focused on here.
Yes.
And the people here
Yes.
need to take a stand and do better.
Of course.
So
100%.
we're not, that's what I'm saying. With this situation and stuff, whatever, yes, it happened everywhere else. We're like, I can't speak about a racist situation that might happen in Cambodia to a black man.
I think what I was alluding to more of the fact that, we're saying...
You're pointing...
We're saying cancel Canada Day, but which other country other than Canada is actually having a truth and reconciliation type of drill to actually say, okay, yeah, it happened here. Now let's go forth and bring forth the truth. I feel like other countries are sitting down, sitting back, watching.
And that's the thing.
And then saying, let's see how long Canada can take the heat for. Maybe as soon as they take enough heat, maybe we won't have to say anything or anything like that. And I'm like, yo, call out everybody. Everybody should be called out because they all participated. It wasn't just Canada alone.
I feel like Canada has to eat this one by themselves.
Why you feel like they have to eat
Because my thing and stuff is that when it's like the drunk girlfriend, I call it a drunk girlfriend, when she's at the party and stuff and everything, everybody like, now you're fucking, oh, yeah? That's how you feel?
Yeah.
Well, this person ate ass last weekend. This person cheated on their man. No, focus on your shit. You handle your shit first before you start pointing at everybody else and stuff. Because for all you know, everybody else could have dealt with their shit in different matter, or before the social media boom. Because things with the social media boom, it's very hard for it to die now.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, okay, look at the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
Right.
I mean, that it wasn't anything that was directed in Canada, but we know Canada had its bullshit too. So What did we do? We said, okay, you know what? We're gonna stand in defense of black people everywhere, and because it happened in the United States, we're not just gonna make it a United States thing. We're gonna now say, hey, it also happened in Canada, so we're gonna expose it. And I just feel like,
and I feel like that's kind of difficult. I feel like it took the steam. And it took the people and stuff to keep it moving.
Right.
But then to your call out thing is kind of like, I know we fucking up over here, but y'all got some shit over there. Like, no.
When I said rightfully so, Canada should be getting the slack for what they did. But it doesn't mean other countries should be let off the hook. And that's how I feel. Other countries, they shouldn't be left off the hook. They shouldn't be left off the hook.
Let them get to their shit when they get to it.
They ain't gonna get to that.
How do you know? Because we didn't know about Australia and their Black Lives Matter movement thing, whatever, until I brought it to light.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody might have their own type of thing on how they're all dealing with their shit.
Yeah.
Right now, we're on Spotlight. We should deal with our shit before we start pointing fingers at everybody else and stuff, whatever.
Well, we'll see. This Truth and Reconciliation, that started, I think, in 2018. I think that's when the whole thing started jumping off. So that's what we're seeing now is basically actions being put forth to kind of clear up the situation of what took place, what really happened. But this is, like I said, the inquiry started in about 2018. So they've had about 2-3 years to start the process.
Right.
And it's an ongoing process. I don't think they've touched any schools in Ontario or Quebec yet. If it looks like it's still just like the West Coast, probably just coming close to the prairies in the middle of Canada. But yeah. And there's gonna be a way more than the 10,000 plus that the number currently sits at right now. We talk about genocide and how like different nationalities have gone through it, but this is like when you think about this one, right? It's like it's not even like it was like the majority of the genocide that happened here were like children. It's like so far removed from any type of political sphere that you can think of, right? It's like, man, kids is just trying to be kids, and this is what's happening to them. So it's like, yeah, man, it's disheartening. Again, like I said, we talked about it. We talked about the 215 that was found, and then the 751 that came up about. It was maybe, I don't even think it was 2 weeks full after, maybe a week and a half.
Like 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks. Okay, about 3 weeks. And like I said, there's gonna be much more, but it's not an isolated offense, man. This is something that was put forth by governments. It was a Commonwealth thing. So, like I said, like if you are a Commonwealth nation, or was part of the Commonwealth, or a former colony of England, then yeah, man, you might have some dirt too underneath your fingernails. Dirt underneath your fingernails, because them they was burying motherfuckers.
I ain't focused on nobody else but us. It's not where you from, it's where you at. And I'm focused on where I'm at and how they go about dealing with their shit.
Oh, I don't even know how they're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna deal with this one. This one is definitely a black eye. This is like 2 black eyes, and a bloody nose, a busted up lip, and a couple bruised ribs.
So that's the reason why I'm like, the acknowledgement for, even if they bust off only orange fireworks for Canada Day,
Right.
I'm with it. I was with it. But the fact that...
And again, and it goes back to what I was saying the last time we spoke about it. It's like, with the whole prime minister coming up and speaking about it, like, yo, you just should have just had that conference and solely focused on that issue at hand. There was no need for you to bring up anything about COVID. We already know about that issue. There's no need for you to bring about Canada Day, because we know it's coming up. Unless you're going to tell us that, hey, we're doing something commemorative for the Indigenous people of what happened to them on Canada Day, then that would have been a different story. But, you know what I mean? You were just telling people to go out and enjoy themselves like it was just a regular day. And it was not this time around.
See, I don't know. If you're president or prime minister or a chancellor or leader of whatever nation.
Yeah, I told you last week. I'm going to say, it's fucked up.
No, I'm saying
it's
like,
fucked up.
You're supposed to be the mediator between the people in the country.
Yes.
So if you're prime minister, so you're supposed to stand on countryside, and countryside still wants everything to pop off pertaining to celebration.
Yeah, yeah. And I get that. And I'm not saying that you don't, like I said, you don't have to cancel the celebration. Like you said, why not just pop off orange fireworks. You know what I mean? Like you could have made it a more focus on what happened and say, hey, okay, we as Canadians, we regret what happened, right? It's now we're trying.
Which he did say.
Yeah, right. Now we're trying to heal from all of this, and you know what? As opposed to just celebrating Canada and its independence in itself, let's just celebrate the indigenous culture, what they went through, and us trying to repair things and move forward. And you know what? If that was probably the message going forward, there would have probably been a lot less people looking to cancel Canada Day and then kind of remixing it. Just like I said, like how people are trying to remix Columbus Day. They're not really trying to cancel it all together, but they're just saying
already though.
Are they?
We live in cancel culture. People trying to end shit.
Yeah. But I'm saying majority of people are like, okay, they celebrate in the same way. I'm like, if you're gonna cancel Canada Day, then what are you gonna do when they take the holiday away? It's like, do you tell them to take the holiday away? Like, it's like, hey, don't cancel Canada today and they take the holiday away from me. If that's if that's not gonna be the, you know what I mean, the outcome you're looking for,
right?
If it's gonna be canceled, then you might as well cancel the holiday.
I agree. That's called keeping the same energy.
Yeah, exactly.
But people don't though.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what is it? Was it rule of 10? 3 gonna be for, 3 gonna be against it, and 4 gonna sit on the fence?
Right.
Never fails.
Never fails.
Never fails. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment,
Welcome.
subscribe.
If you're new, you just got a nice little piece of what the fuck is coming to you.
You just got the early portion.
If you're the regular deglers, welcome. Get comfy, relax. Hopefully this Tuesday is nice and smooth for you so far. And if whenever you get to it, enjoy.
And listen, our American listeners and our listeners across the globe, if you have, I would like to hear your perspective of what's now going on as far as the indigenous group in Canada and all these mass graves that are being dug up. Like, what do you think about it? Because I know globally we tend to have the reputation of that nice softy country, and like I said, this is like 2 black eyes, a bloody nose, fat lip, and bruised ribs right now.
Drake told you guys.
Let us know.
The 6 ain't friendly, but this is where I lay up. They not too sweet over here.
How you doing, Marv?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
It's good.
It's good. To get to some questions to pose. Would you quit your job right now for $100,000 in cash?
Yes.
63% agree with you.
Yes.
You got a plan with this $100,000? What are you doing after you get this money?
Well, I mean, pretty much investing in what I'm doing now. I think, but
Okay.
my 9 to 5 hustle is really, really trying to feed what we're really trying to do. I mean, with all the different stuff that I'm involved in, they're not self-sustaining at the moment. So you gotta pour into it, right? So this is what's helping it. It's feeding the family. So I'm grateful that I have it.
Right.
But if 100,000 dropped into my lap tomorrow, I'm a pinch boss cheeks out of here.
I agree. I think. Well, I can't tell you how other people answered. I agree with you. Yes. I have this thing and stuff in my head where. What movie was that? Is it Exit Wounds? No, it's the DMX. Never Die Alone.
Okay.
Never Die Alone was the DMX movie. And he said, I got $250K. And she said, that's not enough.
Right.
And I'm like, the fuck world? But if you plan to do something wise with it,
Yeah.
fuck. I want to say people are constantly flipping their lip about other people's business instead of using the money to flip their business.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to be wise about your money. And I think 100K and stuff could do it even for like a year.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, take the money, then quit, and then apply for like a McDonald's job or some shit like that. But still do something with the money.
How many of that 60+% you think answered and don't really have a plan? Let's be honest. let's be honest. Someone of them seen the 100,000 and went, yes.
61% does not happen.
Some of them seen it and said, yes. Started rubbing their
Show me
hands.
the money.
Started rubbing their hands.
Like Jerry Maguire, man. Our next question of the week was, if a married person asks you to be the side person, is that rude or kind of them? 76% said rude. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I said rude too.
Why? Why is it rude? I didn't say rude. I said that's very kind of them.
You said that was very kind of them?
Let me hear your thoughts.
I said it was rude how they might have approached the person feeling that they would want to be a side piece. Like,
Okay.
do I look like side piece material to you?
All right. So I got you. We'll call her, for shits and giggles, Lorraine.
Lorraine?
Lorraine comes to you. Lorraine's like, I'm married to this guy for immigration purposes.
Right.
But after this whole marriage thing is done, I got $100K coming to my pocket.
Okay.
I'm married to him for money purpose.
I
like you.
She likes me.
I dig you.
She digs me.
Would you mind being my person on the side?
Nah. How do I know I can trust Lorraine?
You don't.
See, that's
So how's it
that's
rude?
a problem.
So how is
could
it
be-
rude?
She could be gaming me. That makes it even more rude.
Wow.
She be looking at me.
She get it.
Look at that dude over there. He probably got some good dick. Let me go spend some game on him.
What if
What if
you meet Lorraine in another setting?
in another setting?
You guys are partying, all the above, swap out numbers,
Right.
and she don't tell you shit about the arrangement she has.
Okay.
You find out 2 months down the line, you're a side person. You're
Right.
out?
Yeah.
Okay. Morals, folks. Round of applause for morals. Morals is in the
I'm gonna
building.
be out. Because I would have, okay, to be honest, I would respect,
But I was saying, you shouldn't be lying.
I would respect the fact that off the bat, she told me where I stood.
That's kind.
But I'd still be offended that she feel that I want to be a side piece.
So, in all your grandeur, you're not a side piece nowhere.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I can't swear for all the women that I've met in my lifetime. I could have been a side piece.
Beyonce says she wants you to be a side piece. You mean to tell me you're a main
See, now
dog?
that's different.
Oh, here comes the bullshit. That's what I'm looking for. I was like, what the
Now that's different. Beyonce want me to be a side piece. Well, just make sure Jigga Man don't know.
Exactly, because I'm looking, I'm like,
Don't know.
I'm looking like, yo, you got to fit this bill. Like, I want to say, a lot of people claim for the number one spot.
Right.
To be number one, a lot comes into number one.
Of course.
Wherever it is.
Yeah.
Company, hard work, athlete, training. It takes a lot to be number one. People just think you can be number one as is, whatever is clever. They're on cocaine. Their dealer is amazing. I look at it stuff as that you might not be into that category and stuff to be a number one.
Right.
And I'm not knocking that.
Right.
My thing and stuff is that this person still took the time to say, yo, I'm into you, but this is my scenario. When you know this thousands of times.
Yeah.
I know more of the latter than I knew of this.
Right. Right.
People will constantly do that type of stuff, whatever, right? So I was looking, I'm like, First of all, thank you for being so kind. I might have to humbly decline because I might like you too much.
Right.
And you might not be willing to leave your scenario.
Right.
But I'm so grateful and flattered.
So grateful and flattered.
That's the thought in me.
That's the
thought in me. That's the little thought in me. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Would it be in your mind that if you are the side piece, right? And then push comes to shove, you get elevated to the number one spot like Luda. In the back of your mind, are you thinking, is she gonna look for another side piece?
Why not?
She would, right? Why would you think that? Why wouldn't you think that?
The thought is already. What's the song? Fuck, it's the Genuine song. What's the difference? If she cheated on you, she probably do it to me. I told you. I think we were talking about like the Joe Buttons thing.
Right.
It's only a matter of time before you get your turn. If you see somebody treating somebody like an asshole,
Yeah.
why do you think you're safe?
Well, and see, and that's one of the things I never got with women
Ooh, talk about it.
who were the side,
Ladies, listen up.
who were the side piece,
Mm-hmm.
got elevated to the number one spot,
Mm-hmm.
and then felt like that spot is secure.
No, I think they're most of the women that I know
Right.
who've done that, and
Yeah.
the women that I've seen like in shows and movies,
Yeah.
like 80% of them are just trying to secure the bag.
Okay.
They're trying to secure something for themselves.
For themselves.
They're not really thinking pertaining to the relationship.
Okay.
I'm thinking the first movie coming to my head is Diary of a Tired Woman, tired black woman.
Right.
When her husband left her for some Latina goddess and everything like that. And then I think the Latina goddess left him in some situation.
Right.
Her thing was just trying to secure the bag.
No. Okay.
And I think a lot of times stuff for that, I think that's what you have to look out for and stuff is that the person, how beneficial is it is for them,
Mm-hmm.
much as for yourself. Is it helping you or hurting you? You're married.
Yeah.
If you're the married person and stuff, you're already putting your marriage at risk. Possible divorce, possible whatever the fuck that might come with it. All the bad that might come with it.
Right.
The other person and stuff they look at and stuff is where the worst thing might happen is that the other person might find out, might want to fight them, might want to possibly kill them.
Yeah.
Or the person might just cut them off and say, that's it. I can't do this no more.
See, and I just be
That
thinking
list is shorter than compared to the other list.
and I just be thinking about all the movies that I seen where the girlfriend would be like, girl, you stupid. You know he ain't never gonna leave his wife for you. And the girlfriend would be like, what do you mean? We love each other. Right? And I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm sure at one point he loved his wife too.
Absolutely.
So I'm like,
Absolutely.
it's not really a guarantee, that number one spot.
Life has no guarantees, man.
It
So
does not. It
you
does
gotta
not.
you gotta just be mindful, plot and plan methodically and stuff
Yeah.
like. Because I mean, if you do good, if you're constantly doing good, you're not worrying about bad. When you're doing bad, your mindset is there.
Right.
So
right.
if you know how if you found a duffel bag of $1 million somewhere, you'll move kind of different compared to if you won a check from the lotto commission for $1 million.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like you already in a compromised type of dodgy position before.
Yeah.
And much as this is one like out of sweat, out of mind, no sweat, no hassle,
Right.
you move different.
Right. Right.
So if you got set person and stuff on them shady shit, hey, don't think it's all sunshine, rainbows, lollipops after that.
Just know. Just know. Okay.
It's all about these BET awards and this uproar of Lil Nas X. So salute to Lil Nas X. Let me say that first.
Yeah. Did he win anything? No, he didn't win.
No,
So-
just
okay,
a
so he was just there.
It was a performance.
Okay.
The
Did you
performance-
watch it?
Some of it. I watched
Okay.
his performance. I saw bits and pieces of it. I can't give BET that time. Like that no more.
It's like, and you know what the funny thing? And I won't just say BET alone. I found like the award shows.
Yeah,
in
but we
general.
said that.
Yeah.
Award shows in general is
Yeah.
not really my thing and stuff, whatever. I think with just the BET awards is that what I'm a fan of is the amount of money they're putting into it
Right. Right.
to get this kind of thing like acknowledged and notarized.
Yeah.
Maybe this might be me and my pro-human / pro-black mind, but I feel like if you got the acknowledgement from your peoples,
Yeah.
or whatever award show you go to.
Yeah.
If you're a rock artist and you don't want to go to no BET awards because they don't understand music, but you go to some rock out, my cock out 2021.
Yeah. Your peers. Your peers.
You're acknowledged by your peers.
You're right.
That's it.
That's it.
My thing and stuff is that proof's in the pudding. the sales speak for itself.
Yeah.
If it was good, if your body of work and stuff was good, whatever, as musician wise and everything like that, fuck, your streams would be up.
Right. Yeah.
Your video plays would be up. Like all this type of stuff, whatever. The proof is in the pudding that you have quality work or good shit.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think you need anybody to tell you and stuff, whatever, because you know for a fact, whatever song you pour your heart out into and you know the fans love it and the people love it and you're constantly getting the praise for it and everything. But an award show is like, you're good enough to be a nominee.
Well, you know, may or may not be a good comparison, but similar to an NBA basketball player. Like, look how many really great players have never won a championship.
Right.
But we never minus that or minus them from being the great players that they were. Because we watched them, we know what they did on the court, right? They just weren't on a winning team to get that trophy. And then I see it the same way for some of these musicians, some of these artists out there. It's not that they didn't put in the work. It's not like they don't have the sales to back up what they did. It's not like they don't have the fan base to back up what they did. It's just somebody on a committee said, hey, this award ain't gonna go to you this year, or we're not gonna nominate you for this award. Right.
And see, that's the thing about award shows, what I don't like is that who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck are these people and stuff like that. So
the People's Choice Awards, is that really the people picking?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So I'm like, okay, you say it's the People's Choice Awards, but it's like, is there like a voting system that?
See, and that's what I thought. I thought like those things were and stuff, whatever. There's only a few awards. Like BET has one, MTV Awards has like one or two or stuff, whatever. Like music video awards, not the movie awards,
right?
But they have the thing that's like, vote this because this is viewer demand and everything, and vote it in live so that people are not going in and doing the vote.
Right.
Then I can understand people and stuff, whatever, right? But other than that, like, we tell. So, I don't know. But now, Lil Nas X, first of all, at the awards show, when Queen Latifah mentioned her life partner, Ebony,
right.
And, it's been her rocking and riding with her and doing all the above.
Yeah.
No one flinched.
Okay.
When Lil Nas X did his performance and kissed his two guys, World War III sparked.
Okay.
I was confused and stuff, whatever, where like, gay people been here from way back when.
Yes.
Damn near everywhere and stuff, but especially in June, we spoke about it. Rainbow washed the fuck out of everything. BET Awards was still the last week of June.
Right.
What was the issue? And I heard somebody at work following days like, my kids don't need to see all of that. That's the reason why they're in an uproar. So I was like, but when Snoop and Jay-Z and everybody else talking about money, cash holes, selling drugs and all the above, which is illegal.
Right.
No problem.
But remember, thing just got was it Megan Cardi just caught slack too for what they did at some. It was an award show that they did the WAP performance. They got slack for that too. So I think some people are taking the moral high ground when it comes to that. I'm not necessarily saying it's. I mean, of course, the fact that he is a gay entertainer probably has something to do with it. But I think we're over the fact that, there's gay people. like we acknowledge the fact that they exist. It's not like back in the 70s and the 80s where we shunned them. No, I don't think it's that at all. And the fact that Queen Latifah came out and said, this is my boo. She helped me through this, that, and the third. She had my back. We can see that. And I don't know, maybe if it was with the two guys, was he romantically involved with any of the two guys? Or was just
backup dancers.
He was just his backup dancers.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're probably maybe looking at it like, okay, you're doing a little maybe much.
Britney Anna Aguilera kissed Madonna on a stage, and they weren't doing no performance.
No, but it was a talked about kiss. It's not like it didn't get talked about. It was a talked about kiss. Drake kissed Madonna kissed Drake. That was a talked about thing. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. I think what's really happening now is the fact that TV has become a lot more liberal with what they're willing to show, and not everybody's accepting of that.
I think people are gonna, I can agree with you, but I feel like people are just gonna talk regardless.
Oh yeah, of course they're gonna be talk regardless.
And my thing and stuff is that, what's worth the talk? Is it worth to waste the oxygen on something that we know is already here? Like, fuck, the lyrics in the song, I want to shoot in your face when I'm riding.
Yeah.
You didn't think that was going to be a TV gay song. like, what part? So, yeah, people are going to say what they're going to say and stuff regardless, but I'm just trying to understand, like, what are we wasting the smoke for, whatever? Because even like, okay, the acknowledgement of the indigenous folk. I'm not saying, the BET Awards is America.
Right.
But, I mean, hell, like, Jill Scott during the whole verses with her and Erykah Badu,
Right.
she's like, Breonna Taylor. Just to let you know.
Right.
Stay woke, Breonna Taylor is still...
Right.
You do your thing, it's your world. What they eat don't make me shit.
Yeah.
And my thing and stuff is that if you don't like it, turn it off. Don't give it no more ratings. Change channel.
But I don't think it's one thing if you don't like it, turn it off. Don't give them any ratings, right? It's another if you're watching because this is what you're used to watching and you're not expecting that to happen. Now, granted, we know who Lil Nas X is. We know the stuff that he sings about. But if you're not thinking that he's going to perform the way he performs, then yes, you might be sadly mistaken. But at the same time, there should be, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch these awards, right? So I don't know, is there any type of like warning that they broadcast coming forward? Like how you back in the days, and even in some instances now, you got a TV show or a movie that's graphic in nature, you'll get that warning, right? Is this something now that we got to start doing for award shows? Because when I was growing up, I watched award shows with my parents. You know what I mean? Like I was the kid in the room. But back then,
it wasn't as liberal.
It wasn't as it is now, right?
Agreed. So I mean, like now, let's say you might get a performance back then if it was a rap song.
Right.
They might edit or blurt out or don't say those words.
Right.
Now you get a raw dog and they're just blurted out for folks at home.
Right.
So like, okay, we know this is going to be said and stuff whatever. So I feel like the producers and the organizers of said event, they know you have guests, expect the unexpected. If you know you're going to go to a concert and stuff whatever for like, I don't know, say you're going to go to a Kanye West concert, right? And some of the lyrics he might say and stuff is kind of controversial and everything like that. You're a prep. I don't know what Kanye might say. Right. But I'm just going with you.
Right.
So when I go with you and stuff like that, whatever, if like he come out there doing like, power, like if he performs power and he has like floating angels and everything, like, what is this, church? I wasn't expecting this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jesus King, whatever. Yeah, but it's, you don't know. And maybe if you bought the ticket for the show for us, that show in Connecticut is different from the show in Toronto.
It could be different from the show in Toronto. Right.
Because like when he did the Yeezus thing and he had like Pride Rock on the stage, I was looking at him like, this is gonna fall him and kill some people. That's what I was saying when I was there. I was like, yeah, I don't like this. I'm kind of glad I paid like, just $89 for my ticket.
Right. So you're well beyond the range of that.
Whoa, that rock falling on you. I seen it. Oh, I'm recording it. All right, damn. All those people got hurt. Not my black ass, but expect the unexpected. Even if you're from, I looked at it from BET Awards perspective. What if you're a Patti LaBelle type? Like you just used to that soul stuff and hell because your rich friends gave you this ticket and all the above. Or you might know Bob Johnson and he got like unlimited lifetime tickets since before he sold to Viacom.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, take my seats. And then you go and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not your time. You have to know that.
Yeah,
This is not the Cool in the Gang time. This is a brand new world. So if you don't do your own pre-game warning
Right.
to like what you might get into, you can't take me to any type of regular sex show. If you tell me you're gonna take me to the ping pong show in Thailand or whatever, I'm gonna sit in the back in like a poncho, because when she starts shooting out those damn golf balls at her pussy, I don't want to get hit with those things. I don't know if she watched her cooch. I don't know if she got HPV. I don't know. But the dudes that sit up in the front, I don't know what I'm getting into. And then you get a golf ball all on their face and it's rubbed down. Come on, man.
All right. So in this now more liberal age that we're in, do you think it's necessary to continue with the warnings? Because even with the TV shows that we see nowadays, like there's a lot being shown.
Warnings have to come.
Warnings
but
have
not
to come.
previews to whatever show, because some people thrive off controversy. This kid thrives off controversy.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but
yeah,
this kid's
100%.
life is a controversy.
Right.
The fact that he's black, he's gay, he's a musician, quote unquote rapper, the most homophobic
Right.
out of the genres. Everything he does is a controversy. This kid is probably just living his truth.
Probably.
But everything he does is just controversy. So that's what I'm saying. You can't predict the controversy and stuff like that. But a warning, yeah. Look, your discretion is advised. You might see a flying dick out of nowhere. Not from us, but the performers.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
And but you know what? Maybe if somebody's looking at that they can say, hey, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to see no flying dicks. I'm out.
Or not even that. Maybe they're okay, but maybe it's like that's something that they're not gonna say, okay, kids, you gotta leave the room for this part of the show. Right? Because at the end of the day, they're still looking, well, some of them are still looking at the fact that, you know, it used to be family orientated. Well, it's probably not family orientated anymore. And who knows going forward. I mean, remember when Janet got the titty exposed? Then they introduced that whole 5-second delay just for, you know, just to capture the whatever they consider the wrongness at that moment before it gets broadcasted to the rest of the world. I mean, it looks like we're past that. I mean, I don't know, but I hear what you're saying. But Cardi B and Meg got this. They got the same thing for WAP, the WAP performance.
Yeah. And I can see it. I get it. I agree. You're going to get this smoke. You're going to get this static and stuff like that. But if you feel like the show must still go on, you keep doing your thing. If the production people or the host or whatever don't cancel you, okay, run it. I think it was Trey Songz, or Jamie Foxx, one of those BET Awards, tongue kissed down somebody. Yeah. On stage. Was it Tony Braxton or something? I think it was Trey Songz and Tony Braxton or something like that. And let's keep it moving. That's what people be looking at. Oh my gosh, Tony Braxton and his young boy? Kind of. Not really a controversy. I mean, but it's all part of the performance aspect. That's what I should take it as.
And if you're seeing it, I mean, listen, make no mistake. They get the rules of what they can and what they cannot do. And they sign contracts. You understand? So if they're doing it, nobody said that they couldn't.
Facts. All right. Next thing that people have been on uproar with. Bill Cosby is free.
Hey.
That's what's happening. Yo, tell me about the Bill situation.
Felicia Rashad, she got some mad static.
Yeah. I don't blame her for what she said.
I don't blame her for what she said either. And you know what? She stands, another person that stands on her truth, stands by her convictions. And you know what? I commend her for that. She's not wavering. She's not letting pressure get to her. She believes this man is innocent and she's sticking by that. You know what? Whether you feel different about it or not, that's your business. That's your business.
I agree. I look at it where I was talking to a woman earlier in the week. She said she feels like society's always making her feel what? Society's always pushing her to question why she should still remain a woman. I'm like, ¿por qué? What does that mean? And she's like,
I'm puzzled.
Britney Spears is still under the censorship thing from her family, the conservatorship.
The conservatorship, yeah.
And Bill Cosby is now free. I looked at her, I'm like, are you high?
It's like, what does one have to do with the other?
People always trying to make shit about them. Always about them.
Yeah.
Ask her when the last time she touched Britney Spears' hair. When's the last time she seen Bill Cosby like right across the street from her? Probably zero.
Yeah.
But people always want to make some shit about them. Britney and her situation and stuff, whatever, that's her family shit.
Yeah.
Her family got to deal with that. Sucks. I'm all for it.
Sucks.
Free Britney.
You know what? I'm for it too, but
we're going with the courts. We're going with the courts. Her family found a way to legally beat the game of chess.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Bill Cosby shit was different because I think in a nutshell they were saying when he had to submit evidence for the civil suit,
right?
They told him he couldn't be convicted in a criminal
court, right,
which was wrong,
right.
So his lawyers went back, as a lawyer should do.
Of course.
Yeah, I pay you my fucking money.
Listen, man.
You better work for fucking me.
Listen, man. And what people got to understand is that the law is very technical. Very technical. And a lot of people get off on technicalities.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Preach.
Whether you are guilty or not, there's a system in place. And in this system, certain procedures and steps have to be followed. Your T's have to be crossed, your I's have to be dotted. And if you forget to cross one T, it only takes one T. And that's damaging. That could be damaging to an entire case.
Check it. I saw this thing on Netflix with these drug chemists, like analysts for like a crime lab.
Right.
Two of them, I think, work in different locations, and they were addicted to like some of the drugs. It's like from police bus and all that type of stuff.
Right.
They would test it. Some of them would just use it. One told she like, yo, I had a problem. She like, I had a problem.
Yeah.
She was getting high at work, but she
Right.
was still functioning, whatever. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Over thousands of cases had to be overturned. Could they tamper with evidence?
Tampered with evidence.
I said crossing T's and dot your I's right there.
Yeah.
All it took was that for so many people to get freed up, released,
Yeah.
charges to be dropped. So, I mean, you have to be meticulous, especially when you're playing in people's lives.
Well, I mean, okay. Chauvin just being convicted right now. Do you know how many lawyers are at work right now digging up cases for their clients that he was involved in?
Yep.
Because now everything comes into question.
Now they can put it into like he was a racist from way back when. If he had
Everything
an opportunity, he
comes
would have
into
killed
question.
set person. Yeah,
Right.
free up some charges. Take this off my record.
Right.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I see it. I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
I get it. You may not like it. You may not like the justice system, but
So why do you think people are up in a frenzy?
I think because it's always been a media showcase. Let's face it, man. People get off of shit all the time, but it's never high profile to the fact that anybody is going to make anything about it, right?
So if it was low profile and he got off, wouldn't that still be a problem?
If it was low profile and he got off, not many people would have known about it.
Nah, the motherfuckers would have spotted that shit quick. They'd be like, is that Bill? Photo.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, when I say low profile, I'm thinking of somebody who's not in the limelight or in any sort of fame, right?
Oh, okay.
You have rapists who are getting off on technicalities. Shit like this, it happens. It does happen, right? And I'm not saying he's guilty or not. I don't know. I don't sit in the courtrooms and listen to the amounts of evidence. I'm not willing to sit back and let television and social media dictate his guiltiness or not guiltiness to me.
Right.
Because they're just regurgitating whatever they heard, and they might not even heard
broken
it properly.
telephone, man.
Exactly. Right? So at the end of the day, the technicality could be warranted.
Yeah.
Right?
I looked at it. I was like, all right, cool. I'm grateful. I said I was grateful and stuff for that because when Bill Cosby did the whole thing with the whole Little Rascals
Yes.
and did the burning, I felt like that's when World War III or the heat started coming after Bill Cosby.
I feel the same way.
2015, 2016, Me Too, Time's Up movement. I feel like it was a witch hunt. And they needed to put a few people on stuff for it to make an example. And so they went high profile.
Right.
To make
Because he was the first, right? I think
he was the first in Harvey Weinstein, but then his thing stuck faster than Harvey's.
Right.
And everything. And I felt like, okay, I see where you guys are going with this and stuff, whatever, but I mean, like the New Yorker though, that New Yorker pissed me off. 35 people? 35 men and women?
Yeah. Yeah.
35?
Yeah.
None of y'all brought him to court before? No allegation before?
The person who brought him to court was a Canadian.
Was a Canadian. And she wasn't even on the cover. So I was like,
she probably wasn't even known at that time.
no.
She wasn't known at that
time. So I'm like, nah. You gotta convince me. What is it? What is it? We don't believe you. You need more people. I need more
Here's
convincing.
the problem that I had. I was like, okay, if it's gonna be this situation, it's gotta be this situation across the board. Don't tell me you're gonna cancel all this man's shows that he put forward and so forth like that. And whether he's guilty or not, his shows hold a lot of more value and a lot of more teachings to them, right? That if we just remove them, like we always say, if you just remove the messenger, the message still holds true.
Absolutely.
Right? So you canceled all those programs and all those shows, but yet we can watch anything Weinstein did?
Yeah. They got to bring back all the Cosby stuff. All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. I mean, you mess with people's livelihoods because of it.
Facts. And I'm going to make you guys pay. If it was me, I'm going to make you guys pay. I'm going to make them pay.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be like, I was struggling to pay my lawyer fee because you guys just shied. Now I beat everything. I want compensation for that shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to make them pay. Yo.
Hey.
Yo. I was looking like, yo. I seen the Cosby thing, had people in uproar. What else is in uproar? Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri Richardson. Banned from the Olympics. Your thoughts on it?
Ain't nothing but a little cigweed.
Cigweed? She did in Oregon.
Right.
She did in Oregon, which is legal. There's 19 states that cannabis is legal.
Yeah.
But rules are rules.
And this is an Olympic rule.
Yeah. This is Olympic rule.
An Olympic rule.
It's Olympic rule. So any other thing before,
yeah,
like the US thing and all that, they don't give a fuck. Run to your little pony heart desires.
To the desires.
Run to the sunset.
Yeah.
Olympic rule, they move kind of different.
Right.
I think a lot of people with the whole Black Lives Matter stuff, the no political campaigning during the Olympics.
Right.
That was one thing, had people taken back and stuff like that. Now you have this situation and stuff, add to it. The Olympic community is shaking kind of rocky.
Yeah,
right
because
now,
let's face it, it's been pushed back. It's already been pushed back because of the whole COVID situation, right?
Right.
There's the issue with Japan worrying about, are they going to have spectators are they not going to have spectators? The cost that it's costing the country itself. The dude that sat upon the Olympic Committee for Japan, he committed suicide.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, he committed suicide. So it's a situation.
Kind of known in their culture though. Oh, but it continue. They have a suicide forest in Japan.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So it's a situation where you're right. There's a lot of controversy that's been happening around it, and the fact that I don't know. You think anybody watches more Olympics than the U.S. itself?
No. Well, I think U.S.
like per capita, like people with TVs in their homes sitting down watching the U.S. or watching the Olympics, cheering on their home team. It would probably be U.S. would probably be the biggest. No, I would feel
because they put money into entertainment and sports.
Right. So could you imagine now if you're that their number one chance of bringing home gold, and you're not gonna let her run? Ugh, Americans ain't gonna go for that.
I think because this girl's not typical. She doesn't fit the typical look. So they say that she's the new coming of FloJo.
She looked like Lakeisha off the block.
Right. And I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing and stuff with her because like,
yeah.
I don't say FloJo had that TV look, but FloJo, I want to put my foot in my mouth. I want to say FloJo was that type of woman, or she was a woman of that era.
Yes.
Of that time.
Yes.
A FloJo look, makeup,
nails.
Put together nails, everything. It was a woman of that time.
Right.
This young woman is a woman of this time.
Yeah.
As a straight man, you know about lace fronts. Okay? You know about lace fronts, the nails, and all that type of
seen it. I don't know if he was straight or not, but I seen a man on IG putting, but he got the lace front in. Ladies, we just got the lace front in. And then he just started putting the lace front on his forehead himself. I was like, well, damn, if that ain't advertisement, I don't know what is.
Right. So that's why I look at where we're in this kind of world now where it's not what it used to be, it's what it is now. Right? So she fits that look of what it is now, and it's relatable to the women and the people now.
Yes.
It's foreign in the past for I think it was Michael Johnson, Ben Johnson, those type of athletes to be tatted up and everything like that when they're running.
Yeah.
That's the commonality now.
Right.
So, I mean, now people can, what's the word I'm looking for?
Express themselves?
No, you can see yourself into a person.
Well,
representation.
Representation.
So if you have representation of it and everything like that, whatever, why wouldn't you fuck with this girl?
Yeah.
Because if you don't look like the typical girl, but you kind of look like Sha'Carri.
Right.
This is who you're going to fuck with.
Yeah.
You're going to support because it's something positive.
Yeah.
It's nothing illegal. What she's doing, all the above. The mother thing, I 130% agree. I sympathize with her.
Yeah.
But I'm like, rules is rules.
Yeah.
And there's certain type of things and stuff, whatever. Yes, you might be going through some things and stuff, whatever, but these people had these rules set in before your mom passed. Or
right.
a relative or somebody and stuff passed. These things have already been etched in stone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect everybody to kind of bend backwards and stuff, whatever, for your situation. But what I do like about this girl, her interview on the Today Show,
yeah,
she's like, accountability. I was in the state where it happened when I found out, and I needed that. I apologize to my friends and my fans and supporters.
Right.
See, I am human.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if she knows that and stuff, like she's gonna miss the thing, I feel like she took accountability. But the fans, it's just weed. That's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's weed. That is a banned substance in the Olympics.
For years. Ain't nothing new.
Oh man.
So yeah, it was just a different kind of dance and stuff. So I'm like, I just want to hear your thoughts and stuff on that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Fire away.
But I think I remember hearing something that they were going to ease up a little bit in the NBA when it came to the cannabis rules. Is
NBA?
Am I thinking correctly?
No, you heard that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It did. It did.
So I'm wondering if that's going to be the starting of something that we see transcend in sports itself, and then maybe not now because it's still kind of fresh, but 2 or 3 Olympics down the road, they get rid of that rule.
Who knows? Who knows? There's certain spots in the world where countless decades and stuff were these things were substances that were very frowned upon.
Right.
Now it's even for regular distribution.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the common man or common person can just access these things.
Yeah.
Or regular channels or just ID.
ID. Like alcohol.
ID, can get the job done. And but it's the same thing with the Bible. It's only so long we can go by these set rules.
Right.
Because the world's constantly changing and thing.
Right.
So if you're not going to change the rules in the Bible
Right.
and everything like that to accommodate to today's times, why do you think the Olympic Committee should just bend over backwards and change? You have something set in stone from like so long ago like this and something set in stone so long ago like that.
Right.
We didn't just pop up in the last 50 years.
No.
Exactly. The Olympics have been around for over hundreds of years.
Now, I wonder why I wouldn't say I wonder why, because I know why they would have it as a banned substance.
Why. He's the greatest dancer.
But it's not. They wouldn't be looking at it as a performance enhancing.
Hell no.
Nah, it's not.
Maybe for chess.
Maybe possibly for chess. If
Maybe for chess.
Chess is playing Olympics, then yes.
Could you imagine being high and then you're fucking with a horse on an equestrian? Remember, you got no control over Sugarfoot over here, and you out here stuff baked, and you just going, you just riding and everything like that. And you're like, yo, slow down, Sugarfoot. Slow down. Sugarfoot just want to go over the hump like, we practice this all the time. Yeah, not when I was high. You know what I'm saying? Might just dive off and leave Sugarfoot and be like, what the hell happened?
And you just hear, ooh. And he's down, folks.
And he's back up. He found his lighter, folks. He found his lighter. All right.
Good. All is well.
All is well. Back to the newsroom, Tom. Like, no, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So I think this stuff is set, but this is what I always say. I'm proud and I like the numbers dance, but the people, the crowd, the movement, the strong move quiet, the weak start riots. I'm not saying everybody's weak, but the numbers mean something.
Yeah.
Because when the numbers mean something, it makes them think and pause on some shit. It's only 50 of us in the Olympic community.
Yeah.
And it's 20 million want this girl in.
Right.
Okay, let's not let her in this time, but we need to look at some shit.
Yeah.
Because now our lives might be in threatened, or like, I don't want this position. And like you said, the guy committed suicide.
Right. And not only that, but if you're looking at that 20 million that says, hey, if even a tenth of that says, well, we're not going to bother watching the Olympics. Well, now the committee is now going to face heat from all the advertisers.
Absolutely.
Now it's going to be like, hey, bro, we pay for people to watch the Olympics. It serves us no purpose if they're not watching. So you got to figure out this.
You got to hit him when it hurts. You have to hit him when it hurts. Absolutely. Everybody feels in their fucking pocket first.
First and foremost.
First. I remember sometimes when you my mom and stuff, I said something with her. I'm like, your mom would say, what? How much? I'm like, why you always say how much? She's like, because for fucking with you, it's going to cost me something. I just feel like fucking with you is going to cost me something. When she said that, I was like, about 90% of the time, you right.
Yeah.
Can I have $20 to go? Yeah. So I get it. You hit him when it hurts. You hit him when it hurts and stuff, whatever. And I like I said, I like the fact that people are trying to band together and everything like whatever. That's not the proper way to do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the 4. Remember, 6 or 4, like 3 or 4, 3 are against it, and the 4, the fence sitters. Right. The fence sitters would have some shit to say, but you're like, I don't know about voting though. I mean, it was already there. Yeah. What am I gonna do? Right. Does my vote even count? Yeah. What do I have to say? Yeah, you know how these things work. You know, hashtag Illuminati, all some other bullshit excuse.
Listen to us.
Exactly. Let's talk about. Okay. I have a scenario for you. Work with me. Hear me out. Ready for this?
Ready.
House guests.
Okay.
Comes to your house.
All right.
Right? You show them the spot. right? COVID world we live in. You have hand sanitizer by your entrance. Living room table. Kitchen area somewhere.
Maybe in the washroom.
Washroom. You get them a tour. You take them around in your house. You show them, this is where the magic happens,
Yeah.
You do a little rabbit out of hat trick to show them, no fucking.
This is the
magic.
boom boom room?
This is the magic.
This is boom boom room.
Some magic happens. And they see like a pump bottle on your bedside.
Okay.
And they assume like, oh shit, I missed the other sanitizers that I passed on the way fucking here. They want to go use the sanitizer by your bedside.
Because I'm in the boom boom room. I might need to use the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, because you're looking like, ew, I might need a fucking black light for this damn bedroom. Since the sanitizer's here, I did touch the doorknob and they use it.
Yeah.
They're rubbing the sanitizer now.
Right.
It's not drying up.
Yeah, has one of these.
Yeah, it's a Astro Glide. They look at what's going on. What happened? The sanitizer by your bed is it's so viscousy. It's so lubey. Like, bitch. It's lube. Who's in violation? The house guests?
Right.
Or you that put the sanitizer? No, you put the lube in the sanitizer pump bottle because easy access for you.
Oh man, nah, the lube is there for a purpose, man. The
Thank you.
The lube is there for a reason.
It's your house.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers want to say some shit like, I thought it's welcome. My house is your house. Make yourself at home. In the common areas, bitch.
Yes. The common areas you make yourself
The common areas.
at home.
But even if though, could you be kosher with a man coming to your house, make yourself at home and start unbuckling his shirt, start unbuttoning his shirt, said, fuck it, I'm going out there.
Could you?
I'm in your studio. I'm in our studio. Your studio, Morley. And I'm out here, chest out. Fuck it, Miami Mike. Miami Marv's in the building. Stare at my chest. My eyes are down here. Look at me, Smooth.
You're going to have to step it back a little bit. Even worse.
It's kind of cold. My nipples gonna get hard out here.
Even worse. Could you imagine if they passed the common washroom and decide to use the bathroom in your ensuite?
Right? Be like, oh, this room is real nice. Let me use the washroom before you go back downstairs. No, there's a guest one down there.
Yeah.
But we're already here. There's a washroom right here. You just want me to eat myself at home. You gonna take a shit in my toilet too? Like, I understand. Like, the violation.
Oh, man.
Do you tell your guests to make themselves at home?
I tell them to make themselves comfortable.
So if your guest says that, fuck it, when they like eating dinner,
right?
They like to eat in their white beat or their bra and
like
unbuckle up
the first button.
Yeah,
let the gut expand a little bit.
You okay with that?
I'm gonna have to say, listen.
Here we go.
When I said make yourself comfortable, I didn't mean for y'all to just pretend like you was home. There's being at home and then there's being comfortable.
Yo, the realest shit. Salute to Ben Dillinger. I love Ben. One day I'm at his house.
Right.
He was far removed from the area where I was in.
Okay.
Of his house. His house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's a nice distance from me. Normally when I'm at my house,
right,
by myself,
right,
I piss with the door open.
Well, why would you need to close the door? You're by yourself.
Right.
Right.
I know because I'm at his house.
Yeah.
It was ajarred. It was open, but I didn't fully close the door.
Closed. Right.
But I'm like, I'm gonna piss, wash my hands, slide out.
Yeah.
This man in his echolocation hearing, I guess hearing the piss hit the bowl, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm peeing. You pay bills here? No. Shut the door.
I'm gonna have to agree with Ben.
Needless to say, I did shut the door because he's absolutely right. I don't pay bills there.
To agree with that. I shouldn't have to hear my guests pee.
But you said make yourself at home.
This is true. But again, there's make yourself at home, and then what you're allowed to do at your home.
Moral of the story is,
Yeah.
make sure what the fuck you say to your guests.
Just make yourself at home, just not my home.
No. Stay for a while.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Just stay for a while.
Stay for a while.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not comfy. You should go home and get comfy. See, I knew there was a violation. Thank you.
No,
I know I violated.
That's a clear violation, though. I mean, if
Clear to
you
who?
see
Clear
it,
to who? Clear to who?
I don't know, man. If I
It's
see,
clear to you and I.
if I see a pump at the side of the bed,
Mhm.
I'm thinking one or two things, right?
Mhm.
It's got to be some lubricant, right?
Or sanitizer.
Or that person is having some nasty ass sex that he needs to sanitize or she needs to sanitize after. And
That's a good
I
sex.
may not want to touch the pump.
Yeah, I might want to. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't want to touch that
I
shit.
may not want to touch the pump.
I don't want to touch that shit. I look at it stuff as that, like, yo, the person, they try to push the argument that it's a COVID world. People see sanitizer, they just go straight in for it. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I offered you 4 other pumps
Right.
on your way up here.
Yeah.
Why now you want to touch?
Well, I mean that you should you're right. No, not everybody is.
Okay.
Not everybody's.
All right.
Because I mean, if it's beside the bed, I would kind of clue in.
Yeah,
like
but-
that may not be the sanitizer you want to touch.
You have a pervert type of mind, just like myself.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying. If you're the next coming of Mother Teresa or something like that,
right.
or you're an innocent type of,
It's just plain old hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
It's just plain old hand sanitizer. You gotta sanitize your hands after that.
okay, let me ask you, what's more important, honesty or loyalty? I mean, you're telling the truth
Right.
about, like, yo, this is my shit, but I appreciate you, or we're loyal enough to come to each other's house and expect no wild shit. Right? If I was honest with you and told you, don't fuck with nothing in the bedroom, would you still want to rock with me on that type of degree?
Yeah.
Because, see,
Yeah.
you're an understandable guy.
Right.
See, some people look at like, what the fuck kind of satanic monkey porn are you making in here for you to get jazz and wild like that? Be like, yeah, you know what? That nigga's kind of different, so I'm gonna rock with you.
Yeah.
to the extent.
And then that's it.
To an extent. Because I'm telling you, like, oh, my girl told me she want me to get a monkey. You look like, oh, y'all bringing monkeys in the bedroom now? Because y'all got sanitizers by the bed?
A trained monkey?
This is the reason. This is a trained monkey.
Is it a trained monkey?
It is. He's trained to circle jerk and finger and diddle skittles.
me and my girl, we just lie side by side on the bed.
Side by side. While the monkey
monkey
going
in
to work.
between.
The
While the
monkey
monkey
going
in
to work.
between.
Monkey in the middle. That's why they call it monkey in the middle. That's why they call it monkey in the middle.
Monkey in the middle. Going ape nuts.
Yo, it makes sense.
Yeah. I see it clearly now.
This, in therapy, this would be called a breakthrough.
This is a breakthrough.
It makes
this
sense.
is why you need the hand sanitizer.
This is why
beside the bed.
this is why sanitizer is needed. I apologize to that
We're
guest.
sorry. We're sorry. You're right.
I apologize.
You're right.
I will keep the sanitizer closer to the door for you.
Yeah.
And the lube closer to the bed for me.
Right.
So if you need one, question which one. Yo, but what's more important though? Honesty or loyalty to you?
To me, loyalty.
Why?
Because I think with loyalty, it comes a certain amount of respect, and I'll get the honesty from that. I've always been asked a similar question with respect and honesty, and my answer is always respect, because I feel like if you respect me enough,
To be honest,
you're gonna be honest with me.
I don't know. I feel like you can have a situation where like you could deal with a brutally honest person
Mhm.
or a loyal liar. And see, my thing is
You can.
if I'm loyal to you, and stuff for that, and I realize that whatever you're doing or planning just won't add up,
Right.
I might tell you in a nice way or a roundabout way. And I feel like roundabout is still kind of lying.
It's like a white lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like omission type, you know?
Yeah.
So I look at me like, I don't know about this one though, Smooth though. I mean, you're in charge.
Right.
But I don't know about this one, whatever, right? But I'm loyal enough to keep riding.
Okay.
But if it gets to like a critical point, I would mention it. But not everybody would.
No, not everybody would.
Not everybody would. They would just sit there some kind of wait till the Titanic is sinking and to be on a life raft and stuff like, I knew this was a good idea. Like when they're battling. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's a little too late. Or you can have the brutal, honest person and stuff be like, yo, no, I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah.
You're all types of fucked up. And then a lot of people, it's not what you say, it's how you say some things and the tone and those type of things
Exactly.
come into play.
How it comes across, right.
So you would still choose the loyalty? The loyal liar?
I'd still choose loyalty and have that sort of faith that the loyalty transcends that lie, right? Because if you lie to me and I find out that you're lying, I don't know if I can consider you loyal after that.
Absolutely. I look at it where you have a world that would say, let's use Kevin Samuels.
Right.
People look at Kevin Samuels and stuff and it's like, this guy's too fucking brutally honest. And everything like that. But then some people are like, no, some people need a reality check like that to kind of get them,
Somebody
get their boots.
They need reality check.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Clicking.
Yeah.
And then you have other people and stuff that like, you're pocketing their friends and stuff, whatever. Let's say if they were to call Kevin Samuels. They're calling Kevin Samuels and they're saying ones and twos. And they're like, Kevin Samuels is just reading them their rights. And they're like, nah, girl, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
And everything like that. He's like, but he said the same thing what you were telling me a few months ago. Yeah, but he mean though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do you trust your girls? You trust your peoples then? Or you trust the brutal, honest person? I feel like the brutal, honest person and stuff, whatever, since they just don't give a fuck, they're just gonna give it to raw deal. It could be a lie.
It could be a lie.
Could be a lie. Could be some hater shit.
Yeah.
And everything like that, whatever. But if you have no ties or obligation and stuff, whatever, I feel like it's easy to kind of cast a vote. You and I go on American Idol or some shit like that, whatever, right? You sing your heart out and all the above. These guys don't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
But I know how hard you train, how hard you work.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting high notes and stuff like, you know, like The Dream, you know, Ella, I'm be like, yo, when you first started, it sounded like shit, but you honestly like climb. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
And then you go up there, Simon look at you like, garbage.
I had this, and this is like when we were like young, like probably like early to mid-teens.
Mm-hmm.
I used to know this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for the life of me, I don't know what it was. If the dude just didn't like taking a shower, if he didn't like using deodorant, or whatever.
Body odor is pumping.
But he had a strong body odor.
Okay.
And one day, I just decided to myself that I'm going to tell him about it. And probably maybe the way I told him maybe was not in a nice way, but I couldn't think of how to make it nice. And I think there was something else that was going off that dude just pissed me off about too, right?
Oh, okay.
So it may have come off deliberate because of some underlying stuff. But at the same time, I was like, yo, well, dude, you rolling with us. You understand? It's like
you rolling with us using roll on. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm my asshole.
If I don't tell you these things, right? Who's gonna tell you?
Birds of feather flock together.
They might just be laughing behind your back. You might be the joke of the time and not even know it. So it's better I tell you.
Of course.
so that you know and you can correct whatever it is that you need correcting.
I appreciate that. I would appreciate that.
Right. And you know what I mean? Again, I don't know if he appreciated it because maybe my tone wasn't the way how it should have been.
But he reacted kind of
delivery. Because it's just like we were saying before. It's all in the delivery, right?
Yeah. It's not what you say, it's how you say something.
Not what you say, it's how you say some things. But at the end of the day, if you got information out there that's gonna better somebody or keep them out of a situation that they may not be in it, and you don't say anything, you're doing that person a disservice.
Facts. Okay. All right. Let's go to question of the week. Question of the week. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Question of the week is, how much would it cost you to become a racist?
How much would it cost me to become a racist?
Now, some people are racist for free.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Some people are racist for free. And some people are racist with a cost. And I don't find you as any kind of racist kind of man.
Yeah.
But how much?
That would... Geez.
Everybody has a price.
Jeez. I'm gonna say $1 million.
$1 million?
I'm gonna say $1 million.
Cheap. I say 10.
You say 10? 10 mil?
Yo.
It's gonna cost you 10 mil?
10 mil? What? I am that uncle that I'm the Uncle Ruckus that's for black people. Anything that's not black, oh, I'm shooting that shit down.
Give me $1 million. Give me $1 million.
$1 million, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody
Mill's like fuck you money, you know what I mean? It's like
this is people saying fuck you to your meal. They're like,
right.
They're like, what? Give me $10,000. I'll show you.
Yeah, coming at you.
That's how I was like, yo,
Nigga, I'm racist for free.
right? You know that one guy. I had a friend and stuff back in the day and stuff. He's like, oh, my phone cut off. You know, the white man cut my phone off. I'm like, well, you didn't pay your bill.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know how they do. I'm like, you're racist for fucking free. It don't take you much to be racist.
Man, you know,
$100
you
to
know
be
how they
racist.
do. Yeah, and if I don't pay my phone bill, they're going to do the same thing to me.
Fucking guy. All right, man, let's get to the Ask the Sons and then slide up. First question comes from Anime King. What lessons do we keep teaching our kids that are actually BS? That's a good damn question. For me,
it's funny. I can't really think of anything that
you can be what you want to be.
Yeah.
I feel like we sell our kids on that dream heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. And I'm not doubting it, whatever, to some, yo, we live in a world where, like, if you want this, if it's not instant gratification, what is it? Kylie Jenner. You're not ugly. You're just poor.
Right.
So now you have this capital. Who am I to tell you you can't be anything you want to be? But not everybody's going to be in a 1%er.
No.
Right? But yet we're telling this to 100% of the kids.
What I guess it really boils down on what you're choosing to be, though, right?
True.
I mean, if it's an achievable and an obtainable thing, then yeah.
But you don't know with the kids, though, because any kid, one kid can come to you. My goal is to be the greatest actress. I'm gonna be better than Julia Roberts.
Right.
I would say Julia Stiles. I might say Julia Roberts about to come after me.
She's about to come after you.
Yeah, but I want to be a great actress like Julia Roberts. Well, she put in some hours.
Yes.
She has some movies.
Yes.
Do you know about her education? Do you know about these type of things? But a lot of times the parents or the child doesn't know, and they're like, hell yeah, you could be Julia Roberts. You'll be better than her.
Yeah. But are they saying it because it's not impossible? Because if it's not impossible,
nothing's impossible.
Then you can achieve it, right? So I look at it from that side.
I feel like nothing's impossible. If Magic Johnson's still alive today, nothing's impossible.
Hey, damn right, nothing's impossible.
Exactly.
And I look at it from that angle. See, yeah, you can be as good, if not better, but you better be willing to put in the work that it takes to be as good.
Everybody wants to
If
sit on the
not
throne
better.
seat without doing a goddamn thing.
It's not gonna work.
And
like
that kills me about people and stuff like that. Remember, I told you, black people, when shit goes good, it was in God's will. When it goes south, the devil. It takes work.
It takes work, man.
It takes armpit and piss stains and sleepless nights and certain type of thing, some sacrifices.
Yeah.
Something's got to give.
Something has to give. It's like I always say about karma too, right? Like people like to blame other people for a lot of shit, but never really want to look in their past to see if there was anything that they might have done
Absolutely.
to contribute to their own downfall.
Absolutely. You're 130%. I agree with you.
They never want to look at it like from that situation.
I agree
It's
with
like
you.
it's always somebody else's fault, but it's never theirs.
Well said. Well said. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. We were talking about why am I bad at love?
Right.
Right? Where I don't got no boo and all type of stuff and everything. I'm like, yo, keep it 100 though. Teenage years and early 20s, I was gunning.
You were gunning, right?
I was gunning.
Yeah.
I was gunning. I'm like, sometimes the chickens come home to roost. I'm like, this might be that time.
This is it, right? It's
This
like
might be that time for me.
you really, and I think, and you know what I always look at it as is that a lot of times, if you can acknowledge where you might have went wrong,
This is stepping in better.
it's a step. It's
Absolutely.
it's definitely a step in
Absolutely.
getting better.
Absolutely. Acknowledgement.
Yeah, it's acknowledgement is the key.
Acknowledgement. Like same thing you said about the prime minister and everything like that. Acknowledgement.
Yeah,
People just need the acknowledgement.
that's it.
Next question comes from N Eats N. What stereotype do you actually fit? I like fried chicken.
I love me some watermelon.
Watermelon slaps too, especially on a hot day. Ooh.
My bussy chicken and watermelon. I talk broken English.
You talk about
I never sold no drugs.
Yeah. I thought
That part carries that, but that part missed me.
What, sold drugs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I did that.
You did that?
Did that.
All right. So you chicken,
Smoke
watermelon,
weed.
sold drugs. I smoked weed. Yeah.
I wasn't a baby daddy. I wasn't a baby daddy. I was a husband before I became a father.
Good for you. Good. I was a baby daddy.
You baby daddy.
I was a baby daddy twice over.
Who that is my baby daddy? Who that is my baby daddy? There you go.
But hey, I married my baby mama.
Oh. You made her a wife.
I made her wife.
Yes.
And that I did.
It has a nice ring to it.
It is. She's a wife.
She's a wife.
She's a wife.
Zoloff Angels with the last question. What would the world look like if grandmas ran it? Man,
Damn.
you got two types of grandmas to me. You have the grandmas and stuff that are so loving, welcoming, want to feed everybody, the neighborhood, make sure everybody's righteous, everybody's good. Tucked in, has money in their pocket.
That's how I call that. I call it that. You hungry? That's the you hungry grandma.
Yeah.
You hungry?
She want to make sure you taken care of and you right. So if we had world leaders like that and stuff with her, it'd be a great day. And then you have a situation where you got the other grandma, like the one you like, when you kicking a bucket? When you gonna die so we can just get right and get better? Because probably some people and stuff with her scared to come out of the closet because she's still alive, or that grandma's still alive, or scared to bring their interracial lover to the house because this granny's gonna be on some super racist shit. Like, what is this? We didn't need anybody to help us clean our floors today. This is my boyfriend, Marv. Who? Boyfriend? What? Does your plantation master know you're not? You know one of those grandmas.
Henry, beat me my will.
Race this effort out this bitch today. But yeah, so I feel like the world, if we had the caring grandmas, amazing. The world would be a different type of place. Because those
caring grandmas gonna have us in the bed by 8 o'clock though.
Yeah, but you know when they fall asleep, they sleep hard
They
too.
sleep hard too. You're right.
So you got to be home before 4 o'clock. They wake up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
Yeah.
So be home before
that,
that.
and you're good.
So once they go watch their Matlock,
Right after Matlock, that's it.
They KO.
They out.
They can't. Hey, slip some, you know, yeah. Watch them go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for this week. Got Associated Sons for you for this week. Actually, winning slides into what the fuck we were just talking about a few minutes ago.
All right.
Associated Sons this week. Sometimes you might have to fight a battle more than once to win.
So says the Sons.
Not everything comes fucking easy, people.
Nope.
When you're starting off a business and everything, if everything chimed off for you, hey, count your blessings.
Count your
blessings and be prepared and stuff, because not everybody has an instant success and stuff like that. Trust.
Yeah.
People always look at steps 7, 8, 9, and 10. They never see 1 through 6.
Never see 1 through 6.
So yeah. That's it.
Yeah. And it's you know what? And you never hear about the losses that some of these winners take.
Woo! Until it's documentary time or autobiography time.
That's it.
That's when you hear them.
That's when you hear it.
That's when you hear it. When they tell you like, oh, I had the person of my dreams right next to me, and because I neglected them, now I'm able to sit in this ivory tower with all this money without them.
Right, yeah.
The sacrifice was their loved one.
Yeah.
Right? Sacrifice was sleep. Sacrifice was mental health. Something's got to give.
Something's got to give, man. Something's got to give.
Yeah, man. So, thank you, folks, again for rocking with us another week.
Thank you.
Thanks again for listening to Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be good. Be
Peace
blessed.
And love.
And keep it trucking. Keep it pushing. Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.